Hello everyone and good morning. Mike Arend here, founder of Infinite Success Academy and author of the trilogy, You're the One. Now, this will be my 2024 New Year's greeting to you and also how to help you have a tremendous, profitable, successful, and joyous 2024. So I'm sitting here right now with the sun just rising over my shoulder here at our luxury condo in Panama. The Pacific Ocean is right behind me. I'm listening to the waves and I hope you can hear them as well. The lighting isn't the greatest, but since the sun is behind me and it might get kind of bright in a couple of minutes, but I wanted to talk to you about something very important, and that is New Year's resolutions. Do they work? Of course they don't. You know, how many times have I made resolutions about things and never followed through? And it's just because we make these small little goals that sometimes they're large goals, but for ourselves, but by and large, goals don't work. And you know, it's always this thing that I learned in sales when I was in real estate. Set goals, set goals, set goals, right? And that's a great thing to start with, maybe to have an idea of where you want to go, because many of us don't really know how to get to where we want to get to. And goals can help you with that because they're motivational. But motivation is when you try to do something in order to attain an end result. It's when you have an idea to how to do something to get to that result. But inspiration is when an idea gets a hold of you and then you really know which direction you want to go. And that's why I always taught in my coaching classes to discover what is your why, not what is your what. Because what, of course, is what you want to attain, and you already know that. But why are you doing this? Why are you getting up in the morning? Maybe you're not even getting up. I don't know your personal situation. Mine was, I was down and out, broke, bankrupt, going through a divorce. The bank came and got my car. I had no money. My mom had to float me for a little while, and you know, think of this as a 45-year-old man that already put 2 kids through university and owned numerous homes, had a 25-year marriage that ended up going south. I was down and out. I was laying on the ground, ready to do myself in, and I picked myself up because I knew that my children still loved me and I had to be there for him. That was my why. I had to be there for them. This was my why I was gonna stick around. And from there, I developed self-development practices, meditation practices, picking myself up, and my why changed. Why am I doing this now? Well, I wanna help others. I want other people to understand that they can be down and out, but still survive, and not only survive, but grow and prosper and become successful people in life that can communicate with others and also give to them, because giving starts the receiving process. So I was down and out, I had to get going, and I was able to do it. And as one of the Rocky movies, I can't remember which one, but Sylvester Stallone said, it's not how hard life hits, it's how hard it hits and you continue to move forward. And this makes total sense. Okay, so I just told you that goals make no sense anymore, right? Goals don't work. And that's probably all you've ever worked with your entire life, is set goals, set goals. That's what I'm supposed to do. And that just leads you to following what society wants you to do. Society wants you to just go to school, get educated, get a job, get a wife, get a car, get a house, and apparently that leads you to success. Or you can feel like you're a success, but it also leads you to a mountain of debt and troubles that come with all of that. So I'm not saying don't do any of those things. They're great things to aspire to, and I did them too. However, goals just don't work. So what I would like you to substitute goals with is systems. And when I coached people in my real estate practice, I had to try to get them to set systems, put systems in place. Goals don't work anymore. Use systems. For example, you made a resolution to lose 10 pounds this year, right? Well, winners make resolutions, losers make resolutions. So it doesn't really matter. But winners, real winners, put systems into place. So instead of saying, well, I just want to lose 10 pounds, how am I going to do that? Well, maybe I'll buy a gym membership, which, as most people know, by the end of January or middle of February, you don't go anymore. It's just, you just lost all the passion for it. Because it's not your why. It's just what you thought you wanted to do to try to lose those 10 pounds. However, if you put a system in place where you're changing your diet, going to the gym, changing your attitudes from binge watching Netflix and eating a bag of chips every day while you watch 4 hours of Netflix in the afternoon, going out drinking with your buddies or girlfriends or whatever the case may be, those things are robbing you of your future. You need to put a system in place to follow. Now, I'm not saying watching Netflix is a bad thing. Go ahead and do that. I do that as well, but on a limited basis. And if you want to know what your future is really going to look like, have a look at the 5 people that you are surrounded with most. And that's what your life will become. So, if it's just going out drinking, having a good time, partying all the time, watching Netflix with people, watching the sports games. And again, not that any of this is a bad thing in limited doses, but it is a bad thing when that's all you ever do, because it depresses your creativity. You're no longer a creator. And you are one of the best creating machines ever conceived by the universe. And yet, you're playing so small. You've got to get up, and you've got to make something of yourself. That's the best gift you can give to anyone, is be the best version of yourself that you can be right here and right now. So, we've established goals don't really work. And you need to put systems into place. And one of the most simple systems I ever came across was this. Before you go to bed, or sometime the prior day, before you wake up the next morning, you make a list of 3 things you need to accomplish the next day. I don't care if it's get up, have a shower, eat breakfast. Perfect. Check them all off when you get it done. Now you've accomplished something and you're on your way. Or it could be anything you wanted to do. Business-wise, personal-wise, it doesn't really matter. 3 things. Start with 3 things. And if you don't accomplish them, let's say you don't get the 3rd one done. Well then, that goes on your list for the next day. It doesn't just get scratched off and you have 3 new ones. You're not getting off that easy. You have to accomplish that one. And that's probably the hardest one. But perhaps you weren't able to do it because you needed to contact somebody and you weren't able to get a hold of them. That's fair game. Put it on the next day's list. Keep doing that. And that will become habitual. And then habits become a belief. And then you believe that you can do this because it becomes habitual over time. And then you can evolve and put down 6 things on your list and try to get all those done. That is the way you start to pick yourself up off the floor, because you may be down and out right now. You may be just floating along nice and easy, but you know what? That your life starts when you start to get uncomfortable. So do the things that make you uncomfortable. You think that you don't want to do it because it's fear. Fear to do that. I don't want to sit down and record something at 6:30 in the morning in Panama at a luxury condo, but I did it because I want to do it for you. So that's my way of giving back to you. You can give to others as you move forward, but right now, you are the most important person in your life. And you're also 100% responsible for everything that happens in your life. So get over it, all right? You have to pick yourself up, get moving. I don't care where you are. You might be a very high achiever right now watching this, but this will help you as you move forward. Those 3 things every day. It'll become habit. You'll become a success. You become profitable. You become the best version of yourself. And that is the greatest gift you can give to anyone. So I hope this can help you a little bit. I also have, and it'll be down below in the description, I also have a file linked that will help you sort out what happened in 2023 and how to move forward in 2024. And I suggest you revisit that as you write those things down, at least monthly. And every quarter is a quarterly review, a hard look at what's working and what's not. So this way you don't spend the whole year doing things that aren't working. You need to do things that are working. So that's why it's a quarterly review, a monthly look at it, and at least a quarterly hard review. You need to do that. Now, this is also part of another waterfall excursion of mine to El Chorro, Pozo, Azul. And I was going to do a nice little nature video, but I could not do it because it rained, and it rained hard, which sometimes happens in the mountains of Panama. So I'm doing it here. You can see the sun coming up behind my shoulder. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a glorious day, and your day will be wonderful if you get up and get going. There has to be action. You gotta stop just thinking about it. And sometimes we get paralyzed because we don't start the action. We just overthink it. And well, what if this? What if that? What would they think? How would people take that? I have to kind of go dark, almost in ghost mode, to redevelop myself. And that's what you have to do. Stop going out and partying all the time. Stop watching Netflix. Stop doing the things that are holding you back, including drugs and alcohol. You cannot be creative when your mind does not know what it feels like to be sober anymore. Okay? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't partake in those things on a limited basis, but you cannot develop the person you need to be for you and for others if you continue that behavior. So, thank you so much for listening to this video this morning. Like I said, in the description is the form that can help you discover what happened in 2023 and what to do in 2024. And I have lots more. If you'd like to have more, leave a note in the comments and I can send you all sorts of stuff totally free. So, take care. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.